Seems like only yesterday you were just a child at play. Now you're all grown up and suddenly, oh how fast those moments flee. Once we watched a lazy one go by. Now days seem to fly. Life is green, what was gone, love is on and on. Love goes on and on and on. Once we watched a lazy one go by.
Family, friends, and loved ones, welcome. We gather here today to celebrate the wedding of Mischa and Josh. They wanted to be surrounded on this momentous day by those dearest and most important to them. You have therefore been invited to bear witness to their unification and wedding vows. So welcome to one and all that have traveled near and far. The couple thanks you for their presence and asks for your blessing, encouragement, and lifelong support in their marriage. Mischa, Josh, marriage is the greatest and yet most challenging adventure you will experience in your life. No ceremony can create a marriage. Only the two of you can do that. It will require love and patience, open communication, and diligent listening, honesty as well as forgiveness. Together you must be dedicated in order to persevere over life's challenges. Be kind, laugh often, and believe in one another. Learn to focus on the important things in life and let the small stuff go. This ceremony will affirm as we witness the choice you make to stand together as life mates and partners. Kathy?
This is a reading from a book called The Alchemist. It's a chapter, or a little part of it that they wanted to share. The Alchemist is a little bit of a fable that was written by a man in Brazil, and it talks of his journey of following his dreams. At that moment, it seemed to him that time stood still, and the soul of the world surged within him. When he looked into her eyes and saw that her lips were poised between a laugh and silence, he learned the most important part of the language that all the world spoke, the language that everyone on earth was capable of understanding in their hearts. It was love. Something older than humanity, more ancient than the desert. Something that exerted the same force whenever two pairs of eyes met, as had theirs here at the well. She smiled, and that certainly was an omen. The omen that he had been waiting without even knowing he was for all of his life. The omen he sought to find in his sheep and in his books and in the crystals and in the silence of the desert. It was the pure language of the world. It required no explanation, just as the universe needs none as it travels through endless time. What the boy felt at that moment was that he was in the presence of the only woman in his life, and that with no need for words, she recognized the very same thing. He was more certain of it than of anything in the world. He had been told by his parents and grandparents that he must fall in love and really know a person before becoming committed. But maybe people who felt that way never learned the universal language, because when you know that language, it's easy to understand that someone in the world awaits you. Whether it's in the middle of the desert or in some great city. And when two such people encounter each other and their eyes meet, the past and the future become unimportant. There is only the moment and the incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by one hand only. It is the hand that evokes love and makes a twin soul for every person in the world. Without such love, one's dreams would have no meaning.
Josh?
Bear with me on this, please. Mischa, before meeting you, honestly, I had almost given up on the thought of marriage and having a family. That all changed the night I met you. There was something extremely different about us, and I think we both sensed it together. Sitting there the first month, just staring into each other's eyes, I was speechless. That's when I knew you were the woman for me. I want to thank you for showing me to believe that I can have a relationship, that I can trust in it and believe in it. I couldn't be more excited to marry you and start a family together, and I've been waiting for this day for a very long time. I promise to always respect you, cherish you. I will always be there for you in the good times and bad, and I always will be your best friend, hunting partner, and fishing partner.
Before I met you, I used to imagine you were doing at that exact moment. Maybe you were grabbing the mail after a long day's work. Maybe you were deciding what brand of spaghetti sauce to buy for dinner that night. Maybe you were just driving in your car. I used to imagine what kind of person you might be like. I hoped that you had the capacity to love fiercely and to allow yourself to be loved in the same way. I hope you were raised in a culture that honors commitment and compassion in all your relationships. I hope that you'd be a soldier for our family and fight hard for our relationships even through the most turbulent ones. I hope you'd understand that apologizing usually is a sign of strength rather than weakness. I hope you'd have smile wrinkles by your eyes and that you'd think I was prettier because of mine. That you'd be playful and fun. I hoped more than anything that we would be the most intimate of friends and inseparable of lovers. And I hope that you'd always want to hold my hand. And now here we are, and I'm so lucky, Josh, because you're at the same time everything and nothing like I imagined. You're so much more than a checklist of desirable traits, but you have so much to be desired. You're compassionate, intelligent, strong in body and in spirit, adventurous, and so handsome. I pledge that I'll always care for you, respect you, and honor you. I accept you as my partner in marriage and promise to share my life openly with you. But the most important thing, Josh, is that I promise to always make a conscious choice to love you with every scrap of my soul.
Mischa, will you have Josh as your partner in life? Will you love him, care for him, and respect him? Will you cherish his uniqueness and respect his individuality as you enter into this union of love and trust? And as your family grows, will you promise to teach your children the life lessons taught through sport? Josh, will you have Mischa as your partner in life? Will you love her, care for her, and respect her? Will you cherish her uniqueness and respect her individuality as you enter into this union of love and trust? And will you promise to continue to take her hunting and teach your children to fish? May I have the ring? These are rings made of precious metal. They have value and great worth. You will find that today they are pristine and shiny. Yet with time, they will become weathered and worn. However, their value and worth will grow greatly, becoming priceless. The rings are complete and whole. They are endless circles without an identifiable beginning and without an end. May your love for each other bear each of these characteristics in the years to come. Josh, repeat after me. Mischa, with this ring, I marry you.
Mischa, with this ring, I marry you,
And I promise you my love and respect.
and I promise you my love and respect.
Mischa, repeat after me. Josh, with this ring, I marry you.
Josh, with this ring, I marry you,
And I promise you my love and respect.
and I promise you my love and respect.
Mischa and Josh, in the presence of your family and friends who have joined us here today, you have declared your deep love and affection for one another. You have stated you wish to live together, opening yourselves to a deeper and richer partnership. You have formed your own union based upon your words spoken here today. Therefore, it is my honor to officially acknowledge your union as husband and wife. You may now seal your marriage with a kiss.
I'm giving you your final blessing for your marriage. May the glory which rests upon all who love you bless you and keep you. Fill you with happiness and a gracious spirit, despite all changes of fortune and time. May that which is noble and lovely and true remain abundantly in your hearts, giving you strength for all that lies ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to announce for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Josh and Mischa Fisk.